For believers, their church is a shining light. Well, that is in this case until the light is a bit too shiny. One congregation is in trouble because, according to locals, its cross is too much to bear.
It's big!
This is the moment a church is complete, only in this street, not everyone is seeing the light.
All the resistance that we've had this year.
On our front veranda, you walk out there, it blinds you.
By night, the Holy Spirit is shining a little too brightly, and it's got everyone talking.
Well, the cross was an important part of a church. I mean, it's a symbol of Christianity. It's God's message to the community and to the world.
I'm a Catholic, so, you know, things like that, church, crosses, they go together. You know, I don't really have anything against it.
This unassuming cross has ruffled one neighbour's feathers since it was installed late last year, and it seems only divine intervention will solve this problem.
Get ready for something to be not only lifted up but broken off. Set your affection on things above and come before God with great expectation.
It was a beautiful cross. It was legal. It's all been legally endorsed. It's all been certified. But unfortunately, with one complaint, that cross light has had to be turned off far earlier than we would wish it to be.
Pastor David Patch and his wife Amanda have run My Church Brisbane in the suburb of Everton Park for over 2 decades. This 8-foot-high cross was proudly placed on their church last year, but it's prompted an unholy threat from local council, forcing them to turn off the cross light from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. or else.
It's with heavy fines and all sorts of repercussions if we were to leave that light on after 9 o'clock of a night.
The council notice came with a hefty warning. The church would face a maximum fine of 1,665 penalty units. Based on the cost of one unit, that amounts to almost $230,000. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money and it's completely unreasonable.
Could you afford that?
No, absolutely not.
The church receiving this complaint from a neighbour, sparking the crucifix calamity.
The light on the cross on top of the church was on all night and this morning. As this light shines directly into my bedroom, and as it was so bright, it disturbed my sleep. Could you please ensure the light is turned off at night?
A flyer was also sent to nearby residents mocking the pastor and his wife, calling for the cross to be taken down.
Now, the very cowardly thing about this is it's an unsigned letter.
Perplexed as to why his church was targeted, Pastor David documented the brightness of other churches.
Take my camera and, I'm not trying to create problems for churches, but I thought, well, hang on, are we being singled out? And that was the whole purpose of the exercise, to see if we are being singled out, and I believe we are.
A lighting expert was also brought in by the church, a 5-page report concluding the brightness coming from the cross was less than a street light. Despite this, the curfew remains. As for residents we spoke to, much like the Red Sea, they're divided about the light fight.
I've been shopping at Brookside Shopping Centre, come in the street, and it's like someone's got high beam on you.
Roseanne and Kerry have lived across the road for decades. They're happy council has imposed a curfew.
Much
better than what it was.
Yeah, that's acceptable now.
That's a little bit extreme. I mean, 9 o'clock. But, hey, City Council does.
Manette Prowse wants harmony to prevail.
It is a symbol of hope, but maybe they can go with, meet halfway maybe,
So maybe a midnight shut-off?
Well, maybe that would work. I mean, everyone's going to go to bed at, they are at midnight, but I think, if they go meet halfway, maybe that would be a good thing.
We did offer the original complainant a chance to speak with us on camera, but they declined, opting for a vow of silence. Pastor David is now working with lawyers to have the curfew quashed.
I'd like to see our light on during the night, our cross light on during the night, because the message of the cross is God's message of hope to the world.
And maybe get some curtains.
Why not? Yeah, curtains will be good. The cross can stay and they have a curtain. It looks good.
Despite Pastor David's efforts, council isn't budging on the curfew.